Let's now study some general rules of stress. What it is that makes certain syllable stress? So, it's important to know there are certain factors which make a certain syllable in a word to be stressed. For example, we have to see whether the word is morphologically simple or complex. For example, we take a word red. It is simple, right? But if we take a word beautiful, we know that it has a suffix, right? Full. It has beautifully. It has two suffix, right? So when we are determining where to put stress, we have to look at the morphological structure of the word. One thing, what grammatical category it belongs to. That's an important thing as well. Whether the word is a verb or a noun or an adjective or an adverb. So we also look at these features of the grammaticality of the words while giving stress. How many syllables the word has? Because one of the syllables is to be stressed. So we have to see how many syllables are there in a word. Sometimes they determine which syllable is to be stressed. What the phonological structure of the syllable is. So whether there are strong syllables or weak syllables. Strong syllables are the syllables which have diphthongs, but not all the diphthongs. Long vowel or more than one consonant. So generally these syllables are considered strong syllables. So the structure of the syllable is also very important in determining the stress on the word. So strong and weak syllables. So strong syllable has a rhythm composed of long vowel, diphthong, or a vowel or an coda. As I told you that strong syllable consists of a diphthong, long vowels, and then a coda, and coda may be two or more than two consonants. For example, one or more consonants. Example, contract. So if you look at this word, the stress is gone to the first syllable, whereas this is a noun, right? Whereas in the second syllable, we have a short vowel, right? So words which are similar as noun and as word, in such words we give stress to the first syllable in noun and stress to the second syllable in verb. So weak syllable has a syllable peak, which is a short vowel and zero coda unless the peak is schwa or a. Reduce, open. So if you look at this, the second word has a long vowel, u, right? Deuce, reduce, and so it is stress. Whereas in the second word, open, the stress is given to the first syllable because the second syllable has a short schwa and is a weak syllable. We also find unstressed strong syllables. Sometimes we find word in which an unstressed syllable is very strong. We just saw contract in which the second syllable was also strong, and in the word like dialect, right? So the first syllable is stressed, but the second syllable is strong too. But only strong syllables can be stressed. As a rule, we cannot give stress to the weak syllables. So two syllable words with same spelling. These are word class pairs. We call them word class pairs. These are the two syllable words which have same spelling. Use them as noun or as verb. So here we have to make a distinction between noun and verb, because in noun the stress is always given to the first syllable, And in verb, the stress is always given to the second syllable. For example, if you look at this, contract, it's noun. Contract, it's verb. Convert, it's noun. Convert, it's verb. Rebel, it's noun. Rebel, it's verb. So you see that the spelling are the same, but the stress is given to the first or second syllable on the basis of their being noun or verb. This takes place in word class pairs with word with two syllables. In verb, if the second syllable is strong, it is stress, like apply, like arrive. Second syllable has strong, a diphthong, and arrive, it has a diphthong. If the second syllable is weak, the first syllable is stress, enter, envy. So you see that second syllable in both these words, enter, it has schwa, envy, it has e, right? So it's a weak syllable. So the stress is given to the first syllable, despite the fact that enter is a verb. The first syllable is also stressed in case the second syllable contains O sound. If, as I said earlier, that certain sounds make the first syllable stress, even though they are diphthongs. So, O diphthong, follow. The stress goes to the first syllable. Similarly, burrow. The stress goes to the first syllable. Simple adjectives are stressed according to the same rule as verb is stressed. Even, one has a weak syllable. Correct has a short syllable, right? Cur has a weak syllable, so rect has a strong syllable, so stress goes to rect, correct. Exception, adjectives that end in strong syllables but are stressed on the first. For example, honest and perfect. If you look at this, ist in the honest, we have two consonants, and generally two consonants in a syllable makes it a stronger consonant. And similarly, fict, in fict we have two consonants again, but these are exceptions, and exceptions are always there in language. So we will pronounce them honest and perfect. Different rules for nouns. Stress on the second syllable unless it contains a short vowel. Balloon, right? So stress is on the second syllable because it has a long vowel. And money. So stress is on the first syllable because second syllable has a weak syllable, weak form. Other two syllable words seem to behave like verbs and adjectives. Three-syllable words. Strong final syllable is stress. For example, we have entertain. Tain got a strong syllable because it has diphthong. If the final is weak, the preceding penultimate second last syllable, if strong, will be stressed. For example, encounter. Count is stressed because first and the last syllables are weak. Determine, right? The second syllable is stressed because it is stronger. Three-syllable words, verb. If they are both weak, the stress is on the first word. For example, parody. Final weak syllables are containing O. Stress falls on the preceding. For example, potato. So final has the sound O, as we said that even in two-syllable words like follow, the stress goes to the first syllable because of the O sound. And similarly, disaster, second syllable is stronger because the third syllable is weaker and the first syllable is also weaker. If the final and penultimate are weak, stress is on the initial. For example, quantity. T and T are weaker syllables, so stress goes to the first syllable and the word is pronounced quantity, right? So these are some of the rules of stress.